Hello and welcome to Monitor's World. In the last video, we have discussed about pigments, reserve food material and flagella in algae. Today, we will learn about reproduction in algae. Reproduction is the process of production of offsprings from parents. All the three types of reproduction, vegetative, asexual and sexual, are observed in algae. Now we will learn about these one by one in detail. In vegetative reproduction, offsprings are formed directly from vegetative parts of plant without any change in protoplast. Vegetative reproduction takes place in algae by various methods like neet formation, fragmentation, etc. Now we will look at these examples one by one. In cell division, mother cell divides mitotically into two daughter cells. Example is euglena and diatoms. Fragmentation. During fragmentation, plant body breaks into one or more fragments which give rise to new plant. It is common in filamentous algae. Example is Eulothrix and Spirogyra. Next type is Hormogonia. Here, trichome breaks into small motile fragments called hormogonia, which gives rise to new individual. It is characteristic of blue-green algae. Vegetative thick-walled cells formed during unfavorable conditions are called echinates. It is common in blue-green algae and green algae. In Vaucheria, echinates form chain and resembles another algae, Gongrosyra, and thus is said to have Gongrosyra stage during development. Next type is of adventitious branches which are formed in large algae and on detachment grows into new individuals. Example is Dictyota and Fucus. Next is heterocyst. Heterocysts are specialized, large, thickened, spore-like vegetative cell of blue-green algae. In exceptional cases, they can germinate into new individuals. Example is nostoc. Heterocysts are specialized for nitrogen fixation. Here, photosystem 2 is absent and thus it helps nitrogenase enzyme to carry out the function of nitrogen fixation. Next is amylum star. It is a star-shaped starch storage body which on detachment from main plant body forms new plant. Example is Cara. Now moving on to asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction in algae occurs by production of different types of motile and non-motile spores. Now coming to zoospores. Zoospores are motile spores with 2, 4 or many flagella. Biflagellated zoospore are found in Chlamydomonas and Ectocarpus, while quadriflagellated zoospore is found in macrozoospore of Eulothrix. Zoospores can be multiflagellated. Multiflagellated zoospores can be uninucleate, example Udogonium, or multinucleated, example is Vaucheria. Now coming to non-motile spores. Hypnospores. Here protoplasm of cell collects in center to form thick-walled spore known as hypnospore. Example is Chlamydomonas nivalis. Next is aplanospore. In unfavorable conditions, aplanospores are formed instead of zoospores. They are thin-walled non-motile spore found in some aquatic algae like chlorella. Next is tetraspores. They are formed within tetrasporangium by meiosis which germinate to form haploid plant. Example is Polysiphonia. Next is carpospores, formed within carposporangium and germinate to give rise to tetrasporophyte. Examples are Polysiphonia and Batrachospermum. Next type of asexual non-motile spores are exospore and endospore. Exospores are formed outside mother cell while endospore are formed within mother cell. Example is cyanobacteria. Sexual reproduction occurs in all classes of algae except Myxophyceae. These are of 5 types: isogamous, anisogamous, oogamous, autogamous or hologamy. Now we will look at these types one by one. Autogamy. Here two gametes of same mother cell fuse to form diploid nucleus. Example is diatom. Next type is hologamy. In unicellular algae like Chlamydomonas, vegetative cells of different strains behave as male and female gamete to form zygote. Now coming to next type. Next type is isogamy. Here two gametes which fuse to form zygote are morphologically and physiologically similar. They can be motile or non-motile. Examples of motile and flagellated isogamy is Chlamydomonas eugametous and Chlamydomonas proboscis, while exception is in Spirogyra, where gametes are similar in size but non-flagellated. Now, coming to anisogamy, where fusion of morphologically and physiologically dissimilar gametes take place. Example is Chlamydomonas brownie. Now coming to most advanced type of sexual reproduction, oogamy. Here fusion between large non-motile female gamete and a smaller motile male gamete results into formation of diploid zygote. Example is Chlamydomonas coccifera. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more such videos. Please like, share and subscribe.